your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. In 2019, we brought you the story of a mother and resident of High Rock whose home was swept away by Hurricane Dorian. Her daughter and 2 nephews were staying in the house and they all perished. Today, the remaining siblings are seeking assistance to help restore their mother's home. They say they have sought assistance from NGOs and the Disaster Reconstruction Authority, but received none, and that is why they are now turning to the public for help. Ramiko Knowles reports.
Following Hurricane Dorian, she waited on her daughter and her 2 nephews to be found and returned home. That never happened. Fast forward to 2 years later. Now, she wants to return home. It was one of the many tragic and heart-wrenching stories hailing from a resident of East Grand, Bahama, a mother who lost her daughter, 2 sons, and her house during Hurricane Dorian. Some 2 years later, the remaining siblings are looking to rebuild their mother's home. Maydon Swan and Maylois Ramsey say they were given promises, but nothing ever materialized.
She wants to go back home. She wants to be back home in her own space, in her own familiar surroundings. But unfortunately, as her children, we cannot do it on our own. And hence, we are here asking the community, asking the 242 to help us out. We have tried, and many times you are not in the position to do it. So if you are not in the position to do it, you would go and seek help, which we are now asking for assistance to help us, to help her get back into High Rock.
The mother, Odetta Cooper, has been staying with both her daughters since the storm destroyed her home in 2019. It's a life that she has yet to grow accustomed to.
Sitting in Freeport, just sitting down, nowhere to go. Can't do nothing. Get up in the morning time, just clean out the house and sit down, have lunch. And then after that, nothing to do. I ain't used to that.
She says her children are taking good care of her, but she prefers to be on her own.
And they helped me. Ain't nothing why I want, why I don't get. He say for that. What they could do for me, they just do it. But since I could do it, let me do it. I don't like pin on people, and I don't like beg people. Now I get a spot, I can't do it. If anybody had tell me, say, I was been like this, I would tell them no way.
Now, some may argue that an elderly person should not be living in a home alone and should be staying with her children or in a home for the aged, but her daughters share a different opinion.
But she is still a person, an elderly person, a senior citizen, who has her own independence, and I don't think that we should be discriminated because of our age. She's a farmer, and that's what she does. That's what she loves, to be in the yard, taking care of the yard, and she would just pick whatever she have, and she would share it with those in the community.
7 o'clock in the morning time, I get up, go in my garden, and that keeps me going for the rest of the day.
Now, if you would like to assist, you can contact them at 806-2771 or 441-4177. Or you can donate to Scotiabank account number 400-2538, branch 80515, in the name of Odetta Cooper. Ramiko Knowles, ZNS Network News.
A charitable organization with a vision is seeking to strengthen communities one youth at a time by fostering the next generation of leaders. Well, they are making a donation to the Grand Bahama Children's Home. CNC Advocacy is an organization based in Baltimore, Maryland. The organization was founded by a Grand Bahamian, and the Grand Bahamian native is happy to assist the Children's Home with a cash donation for a new playground.
In our mission following Hurricane Dorian, we did some work over in Abaco, and then we heard of the need for assistance here in Freeport, Grand Bahama as well. So we've been partnering both in Abaco and here, and looking for ways to foster relationships, being able to give kids abilities to get out and play in terms of the outdoor facilities that we're looking at building here. It just means, it means that we're able to continue on the mission.
Executive Director of the Grand Bahama Children's Home, Joan Hutchison, says a new playground is needed at the home for the children to enhance outdoor activities. She is looking forward to seeing the smiles on the faces of the children once the project is completed.
They are going to be ecstatic. We're going to do it in 3 phases because we have children that are here from 2 years old to 16. And so we will have different areas for them to be able to have their fun, because right now we only have one little swing and everybody wants to get on the swing, and then there's all kinds of issues with that. So this way everybody has an area, and we'll also have a little area where if somebody wants to just be quiet and sit on a bench, pray, just read, that there's also an area for that too. So we're looking forward to how it can develop for them.
A deserving student getting a timely donation as an affiliate of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated presented a certificate of $500 to the mother of Jada Hanfield for higher educational assistance. Hanfield is the former valedictorian of Sunland Baptist Academy with hopes of one day becoming a pediatrician. Every year, the group gives out cash donations to assist parents with college expenses. Centennial Area Coordinator for the Bahamas, Altina Duncombe, says it is a project that they are proud of.
We do the selection. We have our own selection process. And the young ladies in the Rower Club, the affiliate, the members there, they're expected to perform service activities. They're expected to maintain a good average. And they're also expected to help their peers, help the other ones among them who may not be so academically inclined, that kind of thing. They're supposed to act as encouragers to the young ladies. And we felt that Jada exemplified all of those qualities, so it was an easy pick to choose her for the assistance.
And that's a look at stories making news. Your Tuesday Sports Report is up next with Ramiko Knowles.
Welcome to ZNS Total Sports, your source for sports in the North. I'm Ramiko Knowles. This week marks the opening of the voting process for the 2021 World Athletes of the Year ahead of the World Athletics Awards to be held in December. A star-studded 10-strong shortlist has been released for the Female World Athlete of the Year award, featuring those who performed at the highest level across the year, including at the Tokyo Olympics. Shawnee Miller-Weebo has been nominated. A 3-way voting process will determine the finalists. The World Athletics Council and the World Athletics family will cast their votes by email, while fans can vote online via the World Athletics social media platforms. Individual graphics for each nominee will be posted on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram this week. A like on Facebook and Instagram or a retweet on Twitter will count as one vote. The World Athletics Council's vote will count for 50% of the result, while the World Athletics family's vote and the public votes will each count for 25% of the final result. Voting for the World Athletes of the Year closes at midnight on Saturday, the 6th of November. The female and male World Athletes of the Year will be announced live at the World Athletics Awards 2021 in December. In NBA action, Buddy Hield made history last week Friday in the game against the Utah Jazz, passing Peja Stojakovic as the franchise's all-time three-point leader. Hield pulled up from about 28 feet in the final minute of the first quarter and absolutely buried it for the record, which was 1,071. The Kings lost their last matchup to the Warriors 119-107, their second loss of the season. Hield put up 6 points, nabbed 4 rebounds, and dished out 3 assists in 25 minutes of play. The Kings are set to tip off again on Wednesday, October 27, against DeAndre Ayton and the Phoenix Suns. And finally in sports, the Caribbean Golf Association wrapping up play in Florida over the weekend. Team Bahamas finished second in the Caribbean Amateur Floorball Championships. In the men's play ages 60 and up, the golf team players were Raymond Gibson and Oswald Moore for Team A, Leroy Williamson and Steve Wallace were Team B. In the men's play 50 and up, Horace Miller and Kevin Marsh were Team A, Anthony Hinsey and Kelsey Wold were Team B. In the 35 and up age group, team members were Ramon Romano, Linford Miller, Peter McIntosh on Team A. Team B members were Leander Bryce and Ian Hepburn. Great job, guys. And that is your Check on Sports. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Until next time, make it a great one.